Good evening and welcome to Once Upon a Roll. Tonight we will be playing our Bloodlands campaign. I am joined by Melody,
Hello.
Ezekiel,
Hello.
Frederica,
Hello.
Azul,
Hello.
Oi.
Persephone,
Hello.
and Bishop.
Hello.
Right. I'll jump right into it with the recap. Last we had left off, you accepted a mission coming from Chez, stating that an associate of his was supposed to meet him in Silverlake, but had never quite arrived. And he feared that this associate was lost somewhere in the pass between Glimmerdale and Silverlake itself, somewhere in that mountainous pass. You headed off for there, and after spending some time helping some people you found along the way, you managed to follow the clues and track and see something leading towards a cave. You entered the cave and found what appeared to be, by the description, Chez's associate. Wounded, but alive. Further in, you did battle with a mage and a hydra, managing to leave victorious. You discovered that this associate of Chez ended up being Chez himself, using some sort of illusory magics. With more questions than anything, you all left the cave and are beginning the trek back to your cart where you had left it. The rain is still coming down, though not as forcefully as it was before. Chez himself is walking not in that half drow, half gold dragonborn form that you associate him with, but a rather plain looking human man. Short buzz cut, brown hair, brown eyes, very unremarkable. He's holding his wounds where they were bandaged up by Ezekiel and making his way alongside you as the six of you walk back towards your cart. Getting to the parts where you need to climb, Chez requires a little bit of assistance. You help him out. On the way back, he asks for a pause for a moment and heads over to a nearby bit of brush and underbrush and moves it aside, lifts up and into a bush, and you can see he retrieves what seems to be his traveling pack, slings it over his shoulder, and continues on the way with the rest of you. After an hour or so, maybe a little more, you return to the point at the base of that near sheer cliffside where just above a few dozen feet, maybe a little more, is your cart. Many of you, if not all of you, I believe, have climbing tools. And so much like prior, you guys climb your way up. By the time you do, it is teetering on afternoon, still late morning, but just afternoon when you return to your cart. The horses soaked and waterlogged. What are you guys doing?
So
If the
you said-
horses are still here?
Yep, everything's still there. You guys were gone for like a day, I think.
Okay. You said the horses are soaked in waterlogged?
Well, they've been standing out in the rain for a while, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll check on the horses. I guess tend to them, make sure they're okay, and maybe not mad at us for leaving them.
Alright. Make an animal handling check.
Completely forgot I was using them.
Nice.
So you approach the horses, and the two that you have, they do seem uncomfortable. They do seem a bit exhausted. Doesn't seem like they got much, if any, rest. And though you don't speak horse, you can tell that they seem a bit annoyed. You come over and you spend some time just talking at them, patting them, trying to get them back to a state of comfort, and it does seem to help.
Hey, Frederica. Do you think we could find some place where we can let them rest, like not being rained on?
Isaiah is like scan the area.
You're still in
Um,
the mountain pass, so the roads aren't that wide. You are on that cliffside right now.
Okay.
There's not been many places where you just can't really just pull off the road, because off the road is about 80 feet down.
Okay. Hey,
do you have maybe food that we can give them to give them a bit of energy? Maybe we can go until we can find shelter for them. But I don't think this is a good spot to keep them here. You know.
I do have some rations I could feed them. Maybe I can give them like either some nuts or like dried fruit. Would that be possible?
So you have. Yeah, well, mostly, like, your rations are, generally speaking, like, hardtack, which is a very, like, dense biscuit or cracker. So, yeah, they could probably handle that.
Okay, I'll give them a day's worth of my rations.
Okay. Alright. They are. They eat pretty readily, pretty hungrily. They.
Okay.
So, like, a half day's for each, you know. It's good.
Hey, Melody, could you come here real quick?
Yeah. What's up, Ezekiel?
So from what I can tell, the horses are pretty uncomfortable right now and soaking wet. You remember how you extracted certain fluids yesterday out of my clothes? Could you maybe do the same and get some water out of their hide? Even though there's going to be more rain on them, I feel like that would be more comfortable at least.
Hmm. That sounds like a little prestidigitation can help with.
Alright, so you go through prestidigitating them all, you know, and by the time you're done with a section and move on to the next, like, the rain pretty much undoes what you do, but it doesn't hurt, that is for sure. It's a small
Well,
spell. It's just a cantrip. What's up?
um, just hey Chez, I mean, I know we kind of came searching for you, and I mean, I figured you're more familiar with these parts. Where can we go to find some shelter?
Let's see. I think that there should be a place further along that is before we get out of the mountain pass and finish our descent to Silverlake.
Mm,
It is, I would say, and he peers forward, tries to squints through the rain. Maybe a few hours from here.
what do you think, Frederica? You think we can manage that? I don't know how you feel. Like you feel the horses will be able to handle that
Um,
trip.
I'll look at the horses and just offer them words of affirmation. You guys think you can handle that? My gallant, very strong, reliable, amazing horses. You guys can make this trip, right? I'll flex at them, I guess.
Make a persuasion check. Flex it up. I had forgotten about that. Give them.
You know, I was thinking about it, doing a bardic.
You want to inspire the horses, or you want to inspire the Frederica?
Oh, maybe she may need some inspiration on that persuasion.
Flexing.
You know what? You're right. The inspired earth.
With the words, with the care, with the food and the water. That and, just movement is probably a good source of warmth compared to just sitting here in the rain. The horses don't fight you as you take the reins, Frederica.
Are there like big leaves around, or just like
Not around here, no.
fucking mountains? Okay, I'm just going to keep. I'll talk to them as a way of motivation, as I guess, take the reins.
Okay. So Frederica takes the reins. The rest of you guys pile on to the back under the hood of the wagon. And Frederica, you guide the horses and the rest of your party along.
I want to turn to Ezekiel and tell him, one day these horses' grandchildren shall tell the tale of this moment. And as I nudge him.
Mm-hmm. Boston doing the dishes again? What's going on?
Oh, sorry. What's
I
My
said,
bad. My bad.
Ezekiel, I said.
Disassociated.
Wow.
That
What's
is
wrong,
good.
boy? That
Sorry,
hydra got you shaking in your boots? It's already dead.
No, it's just the long trip and the sobering up is. You wouldn't believe how strong the dragon piss was.
That was a pretty strong drink.
All right. What'd you say, Melody?
Oh, I said that these horses' grandchildren shall tell the tale of this moment.
I suppose if it's that grand, sure.
Of course, it's grand.
Oh, you're right.
They're grand.
Absolutely.
I believe that was the implication.
So, Frederica, you drive the cart for a couple hours until you see this area that Chez had spoken about come into view. The road widens and almost like there's a little bit of an offshoot, an area that cuts into the mountain a bit and opens up. You can see as you pull in there the remnants of campsites and ashes from previous campfires and holes from stakes driven into the ground where tents were put up. It seems like it's a pretty popular site for those that travel through the pass. By the time you get here, the rain has lightened up to a drizzle, but nonetheless, you guys pull off for a bit of a respite. To really rest, dry, take care of the horses, and as well as yourselves, I would say. Is that all you guys wanted to do?
We're
Or how long are you
around.
staying here?
We're chilling for a second.
How's Chez doing? Any like hurt?
He seems okay. He's got his wounds, but he seems all right.
Hey. Ezekiel's gonna either go up to Chez if he's walking distance, or just talk to him, depending on how close he is. Would you like anything? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Don't worry. Thank you, though.
Now, I'm gonna go up to him. Would you like anything to lighten the mood?
Not sure what you're saying, Ezekiel.
Hey, Melody! Come here.
Yes.
Now, I was asking our fine friend here, who, had a rough time. I can't imagine how being trapped in a cave like that would be, especially with the wizard and the Hydra. That I feel like that would be pretty stressful, don't you?
It absolutely does. I mean, it does sound that it sounds like it could slap. I mean, oh gosh, darn it.
Yeah.
Ezekiel, do you think he still remembers?
Why would you bring that up? Okay. Listen. What I was getting at is we. Okay, do you want to drink? Do you want to drink, Chez?
I mean, couldn't hurt a little. Take the edge off, yes? Eyeing Melody pretty warily.
Now,
Maybe we can light up the mood. Some prestidigitation. Lights a candle.
Just like
where are the candles?
Just takes the candle out, lights it, throws it away.
All right. What type of drinks do you normally drink, Chez?
I honestly do not have a preference. It
No preference.
really depends. It depends on the situation.
Ezekiel's gonna smile and look at Melody. Hey, Melody, you remember what we drank the other day, right?
Well, we had a fairy fireball. We had dragon's piss.
Oh. Could you go get the last one?
The sun's glory.
Yeah,
Oh.
that one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
It's
just like a little bit for Chez.
sure. Here you go, good old pal, old friend. This drink sure is to slap. I mean,
Yeah.
Melody sings really low as she's giving Chez the little drink.
You two are acting a little strange, but thank you for the drink. And he
It's
takes the little, what is it, like a shot? Or what is it like?
Yeah, it's a shot.
Like a shot? Alright, he lifts it to you and gives a little bit of like a nervous smile before.
I'm gonna put a
Taking it
thumbs
back.
up and smile at him with my eyes closed.
Okay. And he goes and he takes the drink and. That's. It's not bad.
So, listen,
So,
I am asking for scientific purposes. Does it taste like dragon's piss?
I don't believe I've ever tasted dragon piss before.
No.
I'm sorry.
Okay. But was it good?
It certainly did its job, I think.
Okay.
It's warming. That's absolutely.
I'm gonna go over to Melody and kind of whisper, "Dang it! I, I really thought we could get an answer on that one."
Same. But even he admits it. That drink totally smacks, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm surprised. It must be the half dragon part of him that's making him not have to breathe as hard as I did. That bite isn't really kicking in, huh?
He's a human right now. What are you?
Well, I'm under the assumption this is like a illusory form.
This is the illusory form.
Yeah,
Got it. Who knows with Chez? Alright.
no idea.
Well, I'm glad this drink strikes.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna grab Melody by the hand and walk away like hastily.
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Alright, that's-
it took the edge off.
Yeah.
Tell me if
After
you
the
need anything.
Persephone is
Hmm.
going to walk up to Chess and just be like,
Mhm.
I've given this thought, and how exactly do you lose yourself? You have some explaining to do?
What do you mean by lose myself?
Oh, Cheryl said that we were to find an associate, an accomplice of yours who didn't make it to Silverlake. But it's you.
Yes.
So,
Well, the thing about that is, I did need some help in Silverlake, but I had heard rumors of some strange goings on in the pass here. And, well, it was never my intention to run into the trouble that I did. Even less my intention to, well, tip my hand to members of the Wardens the way I did. It didn't exactly go as I planned. And so the story of my associate was a fabrication to get assistance with, well, what you saw. What you ended up helping me with down in that cave. Before moving on to Silverlake and assuming the form that you had come to associate with Chez. And going about business there.
Fabrication, lies, yes, and
Are you offended by my actions?
would you not be?
I don't think that this is the moment that merits the answer to a question with another question, because I do believe that we have very different upbringings. Those answers, my answer, would probably be very different than yours.
Well, in all honesty, I know nothing of you. So I guess that's it. Good luck. And I'm just, Persephone walks away.
Okay.
I'm gonna go after Persephone, but I'm gonna whisper in her ear. I
Okay.
think it's because he doesn't have friends, because he mentioned he had friends or something like that, but it was just him. So maybe he didn't ask?
He just lied. He made it up. We weren't looking. We were looking for him. He wanted help from the wardens without letting the wardens know who or what he really is, and who knows what he is. Like, who knows who he is? He's not who we think he's not Chez.
His name's not Chez?
No, he
I
didn't
look
want
back
to
at
tip his
Chez.
hands to the wardens. It was a fabrication.
Well, why?
I have no idea. And I mean,
I
what?
say out loud. Why?
Well,
Why did you
guys are a bit-
fabricate it? I go back and I'm walking towards Chez.
Okay. So he's sitting at right now on the back of the wagon that's opened up. Melody and Ezekiel passed. He's
I
sitting
just
there.
take the
his-
reins. Like, oh shit.
well, no. You guys are pulled off the road. You guys are resting the horses. And
Oh,
stuff
okay, good.
Like that. Yeah.
Good looking out though.
Yeah, good looking at. Oh shit! Bishop just wakes up in a fit, like, oh, where's Melody? Oh shit, where's Frederick? Who's driving? This is crazy. Hitched up to it. They're just. Okay, so Fred, you break off from Persephone and you're approaching pretty aggressively Chez.
Hello? Did you hear me?
Yes.
I said why?
Um,
Why fabricate it instead of just, well, I guess if you want it, but do you not trust the wardens?
That's that's a difficult question. I guess the short answer to that would be no, and I am no less a warden than you and yours here, but the wardens are not some oath sworn group of trustworthy persons. They employ all kinds, as you have seen. Those that are simply in it for the money or other means and don't have the sole intent of some with a nobler cause. So, no. Short answer. I do not trust the wardens as a whole. I do trust the vision and goal under which they were established, however, which is why I joined them.
Could I insight check to see if it looks like he's being genuine? Maybe just
Sure.
like I'm like staring intently.
Okay, go ahead and make an insight check.
Is my shit all the way over here? Sorry.
That's pretty good. Let me see. As far as you can tell, no reason to believe he's lying.
And is your name really quotations Chez?
No.
Did Azul speaks this out loud, or
Yes.
all right? Azul
No.
would be correct. No, it is not.
However,
You
there's
can't
no
find
need to
help
be
built on
ashamed.
lies. What do you mean not to be ashamed? Why would he lie? Why would you lie?
Well, if he has a particular reason to be ashamed in giving off his name, I'm saying it's not necessary. the very least with
I'm
these lot.
I'm not so much ashamed of who I am as who I am has become quite complicated over the years. Since it seems there is little reason for, well, an explanation is owed, so I will give you the short of it. From a very young age, I was brought into a part of the Kian Republic's government, a special task force that was established to find and eradicate cult activity within the Republic. I was trained for espionage deception to infiltrate the ranks of such groups and figure out their movements, their motives, and in the end bring them to light. The long story short, once the rifts started opening and the demons and devils started pouring through, the exact outcome that I had worked my entire life establishing guise after guise, persona after persona, putting my life on the line, seeing others do the same to try to prevent. I felt like, well, what was the point of it all? But I couldn't just think that all I had done, all of the other agents that I had worked with, all that they had done, was for naught. There had to be something that was being kept from us. And so I left. I left and I joined the Wardens, but what I do, what I did, and what I do now has not changed. I still utilize those learned skills to try to gather information for the Wardens and for myself.
How far does your reach go?
Well, no longer working with the Republican government, I don't have as much as I used to. I was but an operative, an agent. The real intelligence that I had was very specific in the case-by-case basis. Once a job was done and the next one started, more or less I would start from scratch. Which is why I wanted to find out for myself. Find out if there was something that wasn't being told to me, to us. Figure out why these rifts started opening when the whole point of my life thus far was to prevent them. Prevent these things from coming across. And so when you ask what drink I prefer or who I am, more or less, it is a complicated question. Because there are many answers to each of those questions. I have spent far less of the time in my life sitting as you see me here now. Much more of my time, much more of my life has been acting as one or another. depending.
Hmm. Then perhaps it's time for you to define things for yourself then, starting at this very moment. Using your most recent experience, your opinion on the drink you just had. You can formulate that on your own
Hmm.
to start.
I should have to think on that. My first question wasn't. My first thought isn't. How does this taste? How does it make me feel? Do I enjoy this? It's. How would Chez find this drink? What of Larry? It's an odd way to think, but perhaps I shall try.
So,
Well, you must get back to me later about it.
Persephone?
you spent your time trying to prevent what's happening right now.
I spent my time working towards what I thought would prevent what was happening. What I was told, what many of us who worked for that task force were told would prevent precisely what is happening now. I did not have all the answers. I did not hold the keys. I was an agent. I was a pawn. I did as I was told.
Things make
And then
even
this.
less sense now.
Why is that?
Persephone's gonna look towards Azul, and then she's going to say, because of what happened at the end of that battle in the fortress with the Chain Devil,
Mm.
Hmm?
I don't understand.
we were approached.
Yes, I remember that. But what does that have to do with Chez?
Well, I thought maybe we just didn't know about the threat of, devils and demons coming to the material plane. But there was a whole task force, and yet here they are, and then we're approached by a devil?
Well, this was. This is beyond any worst case scenario that I was ever told of. Cults and those with ill intent, those desperate, trying to summon or call on the powers of the lower planes. This is nothing new. And we're not even sure, I'm not even sure, if these rifts, if this blood war is a result of some cult or something much bigger. This is why I had to leave, why I had to join the Wardens, find the answers for myself.
And have you found any answers? Anything that can point to it?
That is what I am searching for, specifically in Silverlake. I have reason to believe that there's an individual or individuals in or around the area of Silverlake that have extensive knowledge when it comes to demons. It was my intent to seek them out and try to find what they know, see if it matches anything else that I've encountered or perhaps that you've encountered. Try to see exactly what it is we're dealing with. If they have any sort of structure to them, if there is a leader, who or what.
So, Are you saying that it's possible that there may be a design, a plan to these demons, these rifts? I've
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 come
lost.
across. Hmm?
Oh, just go ahead.
I've come across many cults and individuals who, uh, probably in over their head, a lot of them with delusions, more so than plans, but this kind of thing they were trying to usher in, although they never accomplished anything anywhere near this scale. The occasional fiend they were allowed to cross through, some more so, but none on this scale before. If this is the doing of a group on this side, if there is a cult or a group of cults or whatever that could usher in this level, this magnitude of evil, it was never anything I was apprised of. I don't have the answer to that, Bishop. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, then you definitely have my sword and my gun, because I definitely want to get to the bottom of this just as much as you do. I've lost many brothers and sisters in arms, and all this time I thought this was just maybe random. Maybe it is, but if there's something more to it, then I'd like to stop it for good.
Agreed. So, as you guys are talking and resting, the rain clears up. You and the horses begin to dry up and get rested, relaxed, so that by mid afternoon, if you wish, you're good to continue on. Unless there's more talk, more questions.
We can most
You guys-
certainly walk and talk.
Alright, you guys get back on the road towards Silverlake. And by the time the sun begins to set, you exit the pass. You still have a ways down, but you can see the river that flows from the mountain range and leads to a settlement, a town that is built around a large lake that the river itself flows into. Buildings sprawling, the largest of which are nearing or pretty close to the lake shore. You can see in the sunlight reflected off of the lake's surface, there are many fishing boats, many docks and ports that are scattered and built into along the coast of the lake itself. It's a pretty large town, it looks like, all built around this lake, presumably Silverlake. Does look like it's a bit far off. You'll probably not be able to get there before sunset, before night.
Staring at night. Night now. How the horses looking? Do they look exhausted or?
No, they
Because we
look
took a
okay.
break earlier, right?
Yeah, you took a break
Um,
earlier.
You guys Should we keep pushing forward, or is it good to just stop and rest?
I mean, I'm fine to keep walking.
Yeah, same.
If everybody's up for it, I'd rather sleep in a bed tonight.
Same, that's my thought.
And so you're pushing hard through the night. By the time that you get down the mountain side and you're back on level, even ground, grass around and trees around you, the river itself that flows in and feeds into the Silver Lake off the road to one side of you. The sun has set and the moon is beginning to rise. Chez informs you that it's about another 4 or 5 hours to Silverlake.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Bueno.
You guys pushing or no?
Well, I feel like we rested enough earlier to be pulling a all-nighter.
You're not the one driving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
asshole.
I know. I'm aware.
Grumble.
Hey, so Bishop, about the oil. Oh, but how do you feel to keep going, Frederica?
Oh, how kind of you to ask. Thank you so very much for your
Oh, no
thoughts and
problem.
consideration.
No problem.
Oh boy.
I think if Melody can give me a tune, I can most definitely continue. I just can't stand the silence.
Of course, yeah. We'll definitely play a tune, right, Ezekiel?
What?
Oh, now we just talked about that. I don't know, I've never really performed anything before.
Just give us a few minutes to rehearse, Frederica.
Okay.
I
Then
look
me and
forward to
Ezekiel
it.
go.
Uh-huh.
Me and Ezekiel go in the back, just like looking over lyrics
Uh-huh.
together.
That's all melodies.
What are they gonna sing about? Helm?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Be God.
Uh,
I'm sorry, gods.
uh,
Gods.
I think it's about time we go to sleep then.
You want me to close my eyes right this second?
Oh,
Helm,
Oh.
take the wheel.
Jerome takes the wheel.
I mean the reins.
Helm, take the reins.
No.
Oh.
That's the name of their song. One of theirs. So, you guys are pushing through? Pulling an
How long have
all-nighter?
we been awake? How long
I
have we
mean,
been...
you guys didn't like sleep or anything. You pulled off to give the horses a rest, but you guys have been up a normal amount of time. Like you guys have been up since morning.
And it's late night now, right?
It's
late.
the sun has just set. Yes.
Oh, the sun has just set. Okay.
Yep.
So we've been going. How early
So
morning? Like
just
a long
imagine that
time?
it's
12
daylight
hours?
savings time.
This
What?
If it's
we've been-
daylight savings time, it's only like 6 o'clock.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean, pretty much.
Yo, but we've been
That's
up for like
nothing.
what? 12 hours? 12 hours of driving? Maybe. On the road.
You've been
On the road.
on the road again. You've been. Just can't wait to get on the road again. It's a normal day's travel minus about 2 or 3 hours. That's
Okay.
you guys will be pushing exhaustion if you do decide to go. If that answers your question.
That's what I wanted to know. See,
Yeah.
this is
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Say those words.
say
Give me
those
those
words,
mechanics.
DM. Those mechanical words.
Now you're speaking my language.
All right, see?
All right, I think we should sleep.
All right, Melody, Ezekiel, change that to a
Oh,
lullaby.
yeah.
We're gonna we're gonna find somewhere to sleep.
Oh, that that works with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Oh,
still a bit
sure.
nervous.
Can I park the
Oh.
horse?
Yeah, can you parallel park the horses? Okay. Alright, so you pull off to one side. You have the river on one side. There's a lot of space, a lot more space than you've been working with these past couple days as you've been driving on the mountainous pass. So you guys set up camp and get some rest.
Oh, I'd like to wake up
You
Chez
too.
really early.
You like to wake up really early? Okay.
Oh no, I'd
No,
like to
Chez.
wake up Chez.
Oh, wake
Really
Chez up really early. Okay. For what? Just general torture?
I have a
or-
question.
Oh, okay.
General
Whoa,
torture.
whoa, whoa! Where did this hostility
God
come
damn.
Hey, Chaz.
from? Okay, well, okay, so
Okay,
it's
so
been on
you
my
wake-
mind for a bit. Oh,
Okay.
is because you mentioned Espion. Can you look for people or find out about people?
Um, I suppose I could, yes. That was part what I had to do, although what I did, it was more working for groups of people and looking for specifically cult activity and the like, so there were those tells and signs to watch out for. As far as just searching down individuals, I would say that I have a better proclivity for it than your average person, but that is not what I was trained to do.
Um. Well, you see, I mean, you're better at me than it, right? So,
If you've had no training, then I would say so, yes.
would you? Do you think you can help me? Maybe. Well, I'm looking for someone, sort of. I haven't really been doing a good job at it, but I figured, we're helping you. I think, anyway, that seems to be the general consensus, and we seem to be on the same side. We don't like the things that are coming out of the rift, so.
That much is true for sure. I will be honest with you. The path that I have set out on, my goal is priority in my mind. But I will not say no to keeping an eye out for someone asking a question here and there. Who is it you're looking for?
I'm gonna look, kind of scan the area towards Persephone.
Still asleep. You woke up early.
Well, she used to be a warden too. She's our sister. Kind of just nod. That's fine. I know it's not a priority, and there are other things that we have to prioritize, but I just don't know what else to do.
All right. What was her name?
Francesca.
Oh, did you forget? You were like, oh shit, they did.
Okay. Sometimes my just in case I come across other wardens, so I can ask if they've any history with her. But I will keep eyes and ears out for that. For her. And I mean, any amount of information that you could give me can't hurt. So, depending. Up to you, Frederica, how much you want to tell Chez here about Francesca.
I think just for the immediate moment, the only thing I can think of is basic appearance, of course, because we all look alike.
Yep.
And just whatever I know in regards to when right before she disappeared, like where we were stationed, I
Gotcha.
think we knew. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. You can see him listening intently, nodding, and making mental notes. By the time you're done recounting this, the others are starting to stir and wake up. You all wake up, break camp, get yourselves the horses fed and watered, and continue the ride into Silverlake. As you guys are approaching the town, you are passed by from merchants and others that are making their way southward from Silverlake towards the pass you had just crossed through. And as you are heading towards the wooden post walls of the town, Chez speaks up above the rattle and clatter of the wooden wheels on the hard ground. So, like I said before, I had received word that there was someone either in or around Silverlake here that had knowledge, information about demons. Specifically. Anything that we can learn, anything that we can find out about our enemies is certain to be a bonus. So I was going to go in and try to see exactly what I could uncover, but this is why I requested aid from the wardens. More eyes, more ears would speed up the process. So you guys enter the town of Silverlake. It seems like a pretty busy place, a proper trading post with large docks and ports that lead downriver, barges docked in and being loaded and unloaded. As the last stop before the mountain pass, there's a lot of activity going on here. There are many taverns, many inns for passersby. It seems like a very heavy trading town. The lake itself is almost always within view as you are walking through the streets itself. Seems to be a solid fishing economy. The streets, they bend with the lake as the entirety of the town is built in a ring around the lake center itself. The only breaks are for the river that feeds into and exits from the lake.
How big
So-
is the gap? Like, if I walk one direction and Persephone walks the other direction, will we at some point be able to meet on the other side of this lake?
Yes, you'd have to cross over
Wow.
bridges over the river, but yeah. Yeah, the town itself is completely surrounding this lake.
So we imagining like going around the world at Epcot kind of lake. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Sure, I
We're
guess.
going to Epcot. Let's start in Mexico.
Shut up, Mexico.
That's fine.
Let's go.
All right, we'll go meet up at Canada.
But wait, what exactly is it that you're looking for, Chez? Like, you mentioned that it would be here, right? Somewhere? Something? Someone?
Someone or someones with a great knowledge on demons. I have been looking for them since, well, I had gone down to Twin Hills. I was looking for them. But, my work, my investigation has led me here, I'm certain. Certain they're around here somewhere.
All right, I guess we
Split up?
will be on the lookout.
Alright. So, where do you guys want to go?
I'd say by the lake, but.
I want to go to the lake. I'm gonna go to that lake
Oh
side.
yeah, beach
Nice.
episode.
Yeah. Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
I have my beach episode person already set up.
You do?
Me
It's
too.
crazy.
Me
Yeah.
3.
Wow.
Guys have problems.
um, maybe we should start with the local shops, a location like that. The town square-ish area.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good. That's where a good majority of the people would probably be.
the
And
liveliest
bakeries.
area. Bakeries.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
breweries.
Yeah, and
I don't
tavern.
know if they'd be open. What would at this? What time is it?
You ever heard of a day
Really, Mo?
drinker?
Yeah, I've seen one too. Looking at Ezekiel. Melody.
Make that 2. Or 5. I can't count.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not me. That's Melody.
How easily the holy men get corrupted these days. Tainted
Oh,
by
It's just a bit of
bodily
spirits.
You know, holy men deal in spirits all the time.
Exactly.
Ah,
Who's to say which ones they are?
I see.
This here is the Holy Spirit, and I have taken it
Ah,
into myself.
I mean, it's acceptable.
It's acceptable.
Is it?
Says who? Okay. So,
Would it be possible to find either like a bookstore or a library or something like that?
all right. So Persephone's heading off to attempt to find a bookstore or library or something like that.
Oh. We're splitting the party.
Oh yeah, I'm going with her.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So who's going
Look,
to
you guys
the
go your own
market
way.
area? Who's going to the bookstore library thing? And who's going somewhere else?
I'll go
As you guys
somewhere
are
else.
discussing this. Okay. Somewhere,
I'm
just
going
anywhere else.
towards the-
Just random.
I'm going
lake.
towards the shops and pastries and
Alright.
bakeries
Yes,
area.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go to the
yeah.
food shop.
The bakeries.
Ezekiel,
Right.
you're coming
Well,
with me to the brewery.
No,
No.
This early? Oh my goodness.
too early.
Frederica, I need to write that song for you. I'm almost done.
Frederica, get
Maybe
her away
you
from
guys
me.
need to be monitored. I think I'll just go with you guys. Well, not at the brewery. Maybe we should.
She keeps harassing
We
me
can
about
work
the
our way.
song. I'm nervous.
No pressure, but I'm expecting a lot.
No pressure.
All right, let's
but I'm
follow Frederica, Ezekiel.
Hey,
Uh,
so you said you're going to a bookstore, Persephone?
Well, yeah, I want to see what kind of books they have. And
Oh,
also,
man.
if people are knowledgeable, sometimes they, can be found around where the books are.
And Azul, you're going too?
Yeah,
That
my
sounds so
intention.
quiet and nice. Hey guys, so I'm gonna go with them.
Ezekiel, Persephone, and Azul head off.
Looks like you're stuck with us, Melody.
Bye, guys.
I think.
I look at Frederica. What is his problem? Oh, hey, Bishop.
I'm gonna look at
Or
Bishop. I'm
maybe
gonna
I'm
look at
stuck with
Melody.
you. Oh, boy.
Maybe we should split the party a little bit more. I'm gonna
Uh.
go.
Well, hold on now.
What? Together forever?
I you see, we should stay together. We gotta be safe. I have to be safe. Please.
I have to be safe.
I have to be safe.
Fair point.
Danger.
I'm in danger. Mm. Okay, so you guys just ditch the horses, ditch Chez, and split up.
Absolutely.
Well, Ches has legs.
Yes, just
Ches,
everyone's and
where do
break.
you
and
want to
it's-
go, Ches?
That's like nuts. It's alright, but I do think that we should establish a place to meet up when
The
we're
tavern.
done. A tavern.
When it
Which
opens.
one? Oh, right.
When they allow
this
alcoholic
this
drinks.
one here then.
What's it called?
This one. Let's see. I'm gonna roll my dice of tavern names.
Yay!
All right.
Let's
Let's
go.
see. The fish bucket. Sure. Why not?
Perfect.
A fish bucket.
Wow. You have quite the recommendation. Okay, everybody
Well,
meet
it's the
up at
closest
the
one.
fish
It's
bucket.
right here. Welcome to Weenie Hut Juniors. No, we already had our SpongeBob episode. Stop it. Stop it.
Every episode
Get
is
out
a
of my
SpongeBob.
head. Weenie Hut General.
No! Get out of my head!
Alright, so Persephone, Azul, and Ezekiel are heading towards a bookshop, library, something on that nature. The other three, Frederica, Melody, and Bishop, are heading towards the market. And I guess Chez is doing his own thing. So, Persephone, Azul, Ezekiel. Could you guys make an investigation check? Could one of you do that, please? Same on the side of Melody, Bishop, and Fred.
Who, who wants to do the investigation check on our side?
Nice. It wasn't me.
Ooh, okay, I like this.
Okay.
Not it.
All right, Persephone investigation check.
Yeah,
Please
not it either.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, after asking around for a while, Persephone, you discover that there is not so much a library, but there are a couple bookstores. One on either side of the lake here. See, one of them that you hear is less a bookstore and more like a kind of like an odds and ends, kind of like an everything kind of like pawn shop kind of thing. Is like if you want to find books, you could either go to this sort of pawn shop on the other side of town. It's a bit of a dusty place, but they should have some. They have some things sometimes. A proper bookstore, however, would be on the western side of the lake, and it's actually only a few blocks from here.
This is a character telling us this, right?
Yep. No, that's how I sound now, Ezekiel.
I'm just
That's
making
just
sure
my-
that way.
that's just, this is just how I sound now.
I think it's pretty cool narration voice.
Thanks.
Oh, if that's the case, then why don't we just go to the one down the block that's like a real bookstore? Isn't that what you were looking for, Persephone?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine we'll be here long enough to check both, but maybe starting there isn't bad.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys head in and you enter into the bookshop. You can see it is apparently run by a middle-aged human man, round spectacles on his face. The robe that he wears is elegant but a bit wrinkled. He greets you as you walk in. It's a little comfortable place. The smell of wood, leather, and paper is thick in the air. Oh, why, good morning there. Welcome to my establishment. Oh,
Uh,
looking for something in particular. Anything that I could help you with.
Good day,
You can
sir.
see there. Yes.
Actually, yeah, I'm looking for something kind of specific. Do you have any books on, well, demons or devils or any of that sort of?
Oh, you're not the first to come in and ask of that, but unfortunately, such things are quite taboo. Even with recent events, I understand your curiosity into such creatures, but unfortunately, those types of those writings are the dangerous or simply not carried.
Ah, I see. I was just looking for ways to, fight them better.
I don't believe that many books have been written on the subject, as, well, the study of demonology is quite a niche one.
I suppose it would be.
But I don't doubt that in the aftermath of, well, what is going on now, should we all survive, there won't be plenty of tomes written on the subject.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. You don't happen to know where, I could find anybody who might be knowledgeable about such things? I mean, I know it is taboo, but
Oh, let me think here for a moment. I did have an insistent couple come in. I would say about a little over a week ago now. Came in asking similar questions as you. Not about how to fight them specifically, but just about them, if I had anything. They were quite a bit more pushy than you are.
I see.
Went into terms and said words I wasn't quite sure on. It seemed very technical. They already seemed to have a fair bit of knowledge, maybe not a fair bit, but at least some amount of knowledge into the subject, at least enough to know what they were asking after. I couldn't help them either, unfortunately. Did have a bit of a must about them. I wasn't too unhappy to see them leave. But I
Have you
shouldn't
seen
be
them
speaking
since?
ill of. Since no, they've not come back in since. And said, "There's you are by no means the first to come in asking. I'm sure it's either curiosity or fear that drives you, and I understand. But there's no. Uh, but while you aren't the first, it is still not common that I have people come in asking after such topics. I mean, the truth of the matter is, there's precious few who live in this town that even have the ability to read.
That's terrible. I can't. Don't you have schools? Or.
Not. There's a small schoolhouse, maybe, but most of the stuff that is taught here is to the children is, well, what they'll need to learn to continue the trades of their parents. You don't need much in the way of literacy to be a good fisherman. Only need to know as many numbers as you do to count the coins that you will as a merchant or a baker. Well, I suppose those that get into those particulars might need a bit of literacy, but it's all varies depending on what the individual needs or what the family dictates.
So, most of your customers are just travelers passing through?
Most of them, yes. There's the few locals that do make their way in. The ones that I referred to prior were most certainly travelers passing through. Haven't seen them before nor since.
Would it be too untoward? Well, I don't. See, I'm not looking for trouble at all. I mean, I am. I want to fight demons and devils. Never mind. I digress. See, I would ask you, like, who are the people who read a lot of books? Because they might have some information that I'm looking for, but at the same time, you probably won't tell me. And that's probably a good thing.
Like I said, I do have, some regulars, but they've not inquired after the same topics that you are. Just the ones that can read and have taken a liking to it. As far as the others, like you said, most of my business is, in fact, with traveling merchants, travelers passing to or fro. More so than the locals. But this is the way you could find many merchants in the town that would say the same thing. This is a place that has lots of through traffic every day. You can see dozens, if not hundreds, of new faces.
Wow, that's.
Especially with recent times. The amount of people traveling from the north and heading south is more than what you would normally expect, especially more than what we have seen prior to the rift's opening.
What of those that supply you with material?
What was your question, sorry?
What of those that supply you with that said material?
Material? You mean my wares, or?
Yes.
A lot of it is similarly those that do trading. I do have suppliers from up north to fill specific requests and orders. But a lot of my stock that you see here has passed hands many times. I also purchase tomes and books of the like. So many of these that you see on the shelves have had at least one previous owner.
Let's see.
Is there anything else I could help you with? I'm sorry that I don't have what you were looking for.
Do you have any technical manuals?
Hmm, on what? I'm sure I do have plenty. I know I have at least one or two books on the manufacturing and upkeep of, your typical carts and riverboats.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right. So you want a technical, but like for both of them, Persephone?
Any of them? All of them?
Eddie, all
No,
of
maybe not all of them.
them. Anything specifically, or just you're just looking for?
If there's anything on tack or anything that's been, if there's, I know it's relatively new, but
It is. Hmm. Let's see.
oh, do you have any books on the Feywild?
The Feywild. Um, perhaps. Let me check.
I was about to ask something similar,
Oh,
of a different plane.
Well, nothing on the Feywild in particular, but there is this here. And after about a couple minutes, he finds a rather large tome that is more about the cosmology as a whole, not specific to any one plane. Flipping through it,
Perfect.
there
I'll
are
take it.
like, okay.
well, what about any books with plants or animals in them?
There's a few books here that I have about local flora, if that is something that interests you.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Okay. So, okay, he goes and he starts gathering stuff around, and reaches past you, Ezekiel, to grab a book. Excuse my reach, young man.
Oh, no, you're fine.
And pulls back. So you have that one book, Azul. You have the book on the design, construction, and maintenance of river boats, and the book on. It's more of like a. The last one is kind of shoddily put together. The binding is a bit weak, and it's a bit skinnier than the rest. It is the book on, like, it has a bunch of pictures and descriptions and uses for local flora. I warn you, a lot of the stuff in this here is not something that you'll find in town. Most of it, in fact, is up the tributary and towards the marshes, which is not a place I would recommend going, but apparently there are quite a number of useful herbs there.
Oh, well, that's still perfect. I mean, we travel a lot, so I mean, sometimes off road. So
All right. So, total comes to the huge book on the cosmos Azul is 3 gold.
Jeepers.
Yeah, it's big. It's like encyclopedia sized.
Oh, okay.
It's a chunky book. And
Shall we
the
vote?
2 books that you are purchasing, we'll say that's about 8 silver for you, Persephone.
but I can't have more technical manuals.
You want more technical manuals? Okay.
Yes, please.
All right. So let's see. Roll an investigation check. See how many tech manuals you can find and how many I can create off the top of my head.
It's like one of those challenges. You have 5 minutes to grab
Yeah.
everything in your hand,
As many technical manuals as you can.
and I'll buy all of them for you.
That's an unnatural 20.
Okay,
Oh,
great. So
And
you
I don't
find
need the
one
names of
on
them.
the
Just
nope,
it's fine.
nope. You do nope. Write it. I hope you're writing them down.
you're
So
gonna
you
listen
can
to
pull.
all.
All right. So you have one that describes the manufacturing and upkeep of various farm tools, like the steps and everything that goes into basic smithing. Like, you can make basic farm tools. It has how to manufacture horseshoes and the like. You have the one on carts and wagons. Let's see. There's what else would there be?
That one would have come in handy a couple months ago.
Let's see.
You're right. That's why I'm getting it now, so that if anything happens again.
There's a basic masonry. There you go. You can have basic masonry. There's a not so much a technical manual. I guess it kind of is, but there's a book describing how to make different types of ceramics and pottery. And and uh and that's it, candle making. There you go. That's all of them. I swear, if any of these have actual relevant use cases in the future, I'm gonna be like, I
need
have the
them.
book on
Well,
candle
remember.
making. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
candle.
Remember when you gave me that book of pottery?
Oh shit! His one
Um,
weakness. I'm gonna construct a pot at him.
Wait, you said there was one for wagons, right?
Yeah,
So she can fix the wagon. Oh,
even more than she did before. Yes. Did we just lose somebody and get them back?
not necessary.
Absolutely.
All right. So.
I
so.
just said that.
So.
You
know, but-
piece of shit.
So. Yeah, I know, but I wasn't paying attention. Could you catch me up?
Exactly.
I'm used to your kind here.
Alright, so even all that, 2 gold from you then, Persephone.
Okay, excellent.
Alright, Melody, Bishop, Frederica, you guys head to the market. You can see that there is the first catch of the day is coming in from the morning. You can see there are fresh fish that are hanging from fishmongers' stalls. You can smell some of the fish being cooked up and being wrapped in large leaves and sold as mid-morning meal to some passerbys. There are bread stalls. There are stalls for various equipment, like fishing equipment, as well as gear and clothing. What are you guys looking for?
place smells fishy.
Uh, well, it is a lake town, so makes sense. Speaking of fishing, uh, I wonder what that fishing gear cost.
What that there fishing gear cost? Well, what?
No, you're like,
What
you're
was
like,
that?
no, you're like, well,
You
Well,
got money like that, Bishop?
yeah, you
hell
got
no.
fishing gear money. I mean,
I'm
it's very.
window shopping. Come on, guys, we're in the market.
Well, what Bishop meant to say is out of curiosity, how much would it be?
Mm-hmm.
Looks at my wallet.
No, a few silver. Fishing tackle, actually. Um, Fishing tackle costs a gold. Yeah, a gold piece. That's what the book says.
I sees it. All right,
Sees it.
I, I'll take it.
Okay.
I will buy it for you, Bishop.
Are you
Yeah.
sure, Melody? I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I got it. You know, are you sure?
Absolutely. Looks at my wallet and imagines all the drinks I could have had.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. It's just 1 gold. Here you go, kind old sir shopkeeper.
I take it. Here you go. Ah,
Uh,
good fishing.
well, thank you, sir. Well, thanks, Melody. I hate to put you out, but I mean, maybe I can pay you back with, something to eat or a drink. How about I buy some food and drink for all of us?
A date? I mean,
Uh,
oh yeah, all of us, yeah, sure. That sounds great.
Well, I'm not sure if there's a fruit stall around here, but I'll look for one for
I said food, not fruit.
you. No, fruit stall. Yeah, for to find her a date. You
Oh
see.
no! Oh god! No! Oh, oh, that's crazy. That's a good one. I wish I would have thought of that.
All right, so go up to one of the food stalls. There is a little bit of a line, so as you guys are waiting behind a couple patrons, you could you make a perception check for me, Bishop?
Oh man. All right.
Sound of the hmm? No, you can't. Or
I could. I mean, I did.
uh-huh.
I just
Why am I asking you to roll stuff?
True.
uh did you see it? It's
Hold
9.
on. It's 9.
Crazy.
Did someone else want to roll? Don't let two
It,
people
it's hard to perceive things when you got Little Miss
Fucking
Sunshine, brightening
Fred,
up your
you
whole
make
day,
one as well. Yeah, a little bit sunshine, clouding up your whole day.
A perception? No, it would be deception.
No perception.
Never mind. I muted myself. I hope I did. Ah, when.
Okay, 17. So while Bishop is preoccupied with melody, I suppose. Uh, Fred, you are standing kind of off the side, just watching everybody walk by. You can hear the person about 2 spots ahead of you, the one that's dealing with the food merchant right now, looking. It's like, what's that? It's fish, and okay, what kind? I really can't kind from the lake there. They bring it in every morning. It's the same kind. I think it's like a trout or a salmon or something. Like, okay, is it any good? Oh, yeah, yes, it's good. And what are what are those? What are those there? I don't believe I've ever seen mushrooms like that before. Uh, yeah, those were brought in not too long ago. Some people coming through decided to sell them. They're good eating. I've tried them myself. Don't worry about them none. I don't really like mushrooms. But then why'd you ask? All right. I'll just take one of the fish, please. I thank you. And they pay and move on. The person directly in front of you takes significantly less time for their purchase, and then it is the three of you that step up to the merchant stall. Morning. Can I
Oh,
get for you? You can see the
business
behind the-
booming?
It's going, keeping me busy, and that's not a problem. I'll take that any day of the week.
Oh, you must got a lot of people coming to this town.
Oh, plenty. No more or less than usual, though. At least not just over the past couple months. So what's
Oh,
the, so one each? What will you be having?
I'm gonna push Bishop to the front.
Hey, howdy there. What do you recommend as a good quick bite? Something good to drink for the three of us.
Well, we prepare very nice, fresh caught fish from the lake. Uh, some of it you can see here in the basket that they brought over. You know, it's caught, brought up less than an hour ago. We grill it up real fine for you right here. Wrap it in some aromatic leaves, and well, there you go. That's a meal that'll fill you up and put a right pep in your step.
That sounds pretty good. What do you all say?
Hmm. This sounds about good. I approach the shopkeeper really close and whispering to him, "Do you have any fish that makes people fall in love?" Um, and like a
He leans over and whispers to you. I don't know about fish, but I'd say, well, I don't know, those mushrooms there, they might have some kind of effect. Well,
I
who's to say?
glance
I'm
at
not
the
saying they
mushrooms.
will. I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they do.
May I purchase one, kind sir?
Absolutely. All right. So the three fish plus the grilled mushroom for Melody, you guys' total comes to 6 whopping silver pieces.
I'm broke.
I'm broke. You're
What?
broke.
I'm joking.
You offered.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You offered. He get the bill comes. He's like, second thought, guys.
Oh man, I must have left my wallet in the car. Oh boy. Oh, my whole pouch. Oh boy.
Oh
I'm,
damn.
I'm, I'm, I'm just kidding, guys. I got it.
That's Melody. And Frederica.
Very good. All right. There you go.
Wait.
Go. You got food. What?
So, you know, since you've seen a lot of people, right? Has anything, anything curious or anything has come up? Me,
Sorry. What did you say? You were kind of quiet there. Were you done?
oh, yes.
you get your, you have your usual number of characters. I must say that, I mean, you're not, the three of you ain't exactly the most inconspicuous lot that I've come against. So, though, just talking about odd people in general, or
Uh, well, I suppose I'd be more specific. Well, Frederica's gonna think really hard trying to figure out how to phrase words together and what's the right type of question to ask without being weird, and she
Mhm.
doesn't know how. So,
Mhm.
well, okay, well, you know that there has been like a lot of encounters, right? Bad encounters. So, has there been anything like that or heard anything about that nearby? I think I should stop talking. Bishop, take over.
Um,
hey, what's the hold up?
Uh-oh.
I think what the lady is trying to say is, have you encountered any individuals that may have some sort of demonic inclination, to put it bluntly?
That is fairly blunt. I don't think so. If I have, they certainly weren't straightforward with it. Like I said, you do see your fair share of odd characters, but I mean, it wouldn't go so far as to say they've got any kind of demonic inclinations. Not that I would know of, certainly.
Uh, Perhaps any sort of strange character that maybe's caught your eye? Somebody that may be local, somebody that may have been passing by. I mean,
No locals to my knowledge. I mean, I'm familiar with all of their oddities, and those can be explained away. As far as outsiders, certainly. The ones that sold me those there mushrooms came through and did a bit of bartering. They didn't have a coin to their name, but wanted some food, and in exchange for a bite to eat, they gave me a bushel of those there mushrooms.
I see.
That was a bit strange, but nothing. I suppose nothing too crazy. I guess that would be the strangest encounter I've had in the past couple of weeks. Can't imagine people coming through with the no coin to their name, but instead a bunch of mushrooms.
Do you know if they're still in town or they just
I
passed by?
don't believe so. Um, not sure from where they was headed either, but sorry, I couldn't tell you if they was coming or going.
Uh, all right. Well, I thank you for your, for taking the time and the information. And I understand time is money for you. So here's your little tip.
Oh,
Just
eh,
I'll hand them like 6 more silver.
oh,
Just because.
well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You guys
Well,
walk off and, or what's up?
no, that's it.
Okay, you guys walk
Is
off. And, hmm?
sorry, are the mushrooms like uh they were traded to him? Or is there a way I can examine a mushroom? Or maybe I don't know if it's the
Melody
one that
has
he
one.
grilled.
Yeah, Melody's got one. Is
An
that what
edible one isn't that grilled? I know I want
Yeah,
one
you want a raw
not
one?
Presumably
grilled. A
edible.
raw one. I want to examine a raw one.
Okay.
Okay.
So how are you gonna do that? You want to try to steal one?
I'm
Or
not
you
gonna,
just
can I have
looking?
one?
Oh, oh,
Uh,
I can. Oh. Sorry, she mentioned
You
steal.
can
I'm like, oh, oh, distraction, distraction.
uh, now I'm not sure if, and the guy that stepped up, the one that had yelled earlier about what's taking so long, kind of groans as you make your way back up. Uh, I'm not sure if these things are safe to eat if you've not cooked them.
No, I just want to see if it's familiar and Or if I can determine, do these grow out here or just these were traded?
These
I'm
were
not sure if I
traded to me.
misunderstood.
I'm not. These are not any kind that I'm familiar with, and I mean, I could. I'll sell you one for a couple silver. Well, your friend was generous with this tip. Here you go. Yes, take one. Take one.
Okay. Thank you. Very
And
generous.
he gives it to you. It's uh, a brown and white mushroom. There's a tiny bit like the I don't know what you call them, like the gills, the frills of the mushroom. I don't know what you know what I'm talking about, right? The slits and everything like that. Those have a little bit of a deep purplish hue to them, but otherwise um it's not
Would I
like a
be
it's
able
not a
to
small thing.
determine,
It's
like,
about maybe like I'd say about 4 inches long, the smallest ones. So they're pretty large for fungi.
is there a way that maybe I can, I don't know if maybe determine the, like, if they're commonly grown in certain areas or certain parts of areas from what I know?
Make a nature check. Though I don't think that you're familiar with all of the fungal species throughout the Republic.
Nope. But I can try.
You can certainly.
20. Fuck.
Wait, what did she get?
This is
Oh man.
this is absolutely a mushroom.
This
Ah,
is
yes.
absolutely
Okay,
a
I walk away.
mushroom. But we bought it though, right? We still bought it.
Yeah, you bought it. Yes.
All right.
All right. So with that, you guys take the little bits that you had and do a little bit more eavesdropping slash like just searching around for a bit, but nothing particularly interesting comes up. By the time it's around lunch, you decide to meet up where you guys decided to meet up. So the party's back together. Met at the Fish Bucket Tavern. Although half of you have already eaten. Chez meets up with you guys and you get some food for those who are hungry, some drink for those who are thirsty, and we will pick up after a break.
Wow, it's so fancy in here.
And we're
Yeah.
back, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
We love
So, you
those.
guys are in the tavern.
Oh
What's a guy gotta do to get a drink around here?
All you have to do is ask, sweetie. What are you drinking?
I
Oh
don't
dear.
know. What do you got on tap?
What happened
Oh,
to
never
you?
mind.
Are you okay?
Sorry
Bishop,
about
did-
that. Had a.
Bishop, how much dragon piss did you sneak? Melody.
it was the mushroom.
Anyways, that was weird.
That was,
That was a
That was
crazy old lady in front of us,
a
wasn't
bit
it, huh?
strange.
Mhm.
Yep. Old
Oh,
lady in front of you.
Freddie, I'm gonna give her the book on like the flora of the local area.
Sure. It's a small, kind of like booklet. It's only a few dozen pages. Flipping through it, it's
Easy.
got, yeah, it's got some sketches and small descriptions of, local plant life, local flora. There you go. You have it now.
I'm gonna immediately look for the mushrooms that I already kind of figured they're not in there.
You look for the mushrooms? Okay.
Yeah.
So, going through, holding up the raw mushroom that you have, flipping page by page by page by page. You come to one that looks familiar. It's a mushroom, right, in the book. So you start to read over it, and kind of to your surprise, the description given in the book does match the mushroom in your hand,
Wow.
down to the
Poisonous?
general size. It seems like yes, it is poison. It says it's poisonous if consumed raw.
Hmm.
Though the effects of it are just general, like not lethal, like upset stomach, vomiting, that kind of thing.
Ooh, yikes. Anything in regards to like where it grows or commonly found in this particular environment?
So it
Aside
says
from
that
moist.
it's naturally grown, naturally found in the marshlands north of Silverlake. So north of Silverlake, there is a tributary, a smaller river that feeds into the large river that eventually makes its way to the town and deposits into the lake. If you follow that tributary upstream, it leads to like a marshland area that these mushrooms are native to.
Hmm. Maybe I need a map. I think they have local maps here.
Probably somewhere. Where did you get that?
Well, it's not much, but supposedly these were traded in and they're not here. But that's like it. I was just curious about the mushrooms and where they came from. And it looks like it's well, it says marshlands? Marshlands.
Yeah, not marshmallow.
Oh.
Sorry, I think I'm still hungry.
I wasn't able to find much. I mean, I found books and things, but not much information about, well, demons or devils or anything. Other than that, there was a couple that was kind of rude to the guy, asking for something similar. And he was glad when they left. He said they smelled musky or something.
Well, at least it's not us. I don't think, anyways.
Oh, no, I mean, they were there, I think, earlier in the week.
I don't. We didn't really find anything else. We were trying to be very discreet in how we asked about certain things around here, but it looks like there's no conflict or anything around this area, to our knowledge. I'm trying to think back. Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, our searches came up to be quite a bust.
Even it appears with a more direct approach, we didn't get much of anything either.
Damn you.
Um, is Chez here?
Yeah.
Hi. Did you find anything?
I was. All of my direct queries did come up, unfortunately, empty. However, I was venturing close to the north end of the town, and I heard a bit of a ruckus. Apparently, there were some local physicians that were being called to a farmstead outside of the town, somewhere upriver. Apparently, it's not the first time in recent time that they had been called there either. There seems to be some sort of illness spreading outside of the town, though it doesn't quite seem to have made it to the town itself yet. But nothing as far as what I was looking for, what we were looking for.
Do you
What
know?
is the point of those mushrooms? Do they have any importance? You seem quite taken with them.
From time to time, I like to learn about the surrounding plants. Can be helpful out in the wild, but were not grown here. They were just traded in. I mean, I don't have anything else other than that, but I do know that they grow north of here. That's it. But I mean, if the lead we have for your thing is only up north, we could also listen in, maybe. There's more talk in the tavern than it is in the markets. I don't know.
Anyone have thoughts? You guys gonna do some more investigating, or do you have
Uh,
something you want to do or say? Anybody at all?
Frederica,
What?
I'm kind of curious. Maybe it's maybe it's nothing, but let me see that mushroom.
Sure. Here.
All right. And I'm going to sniff the mushroom.
Okay.
Wow.
Just sniff
Sniff
it,
check.
Mm-hmm.
you know. Trying to see if, you know, there's people that pass by the town, traded for mushrooms, they're not there. There's weird people that smelled a certain way. I'm trying to see if the mushroom maybe smells musky or weird.
A little bit. It's got that fungi kind of smell to it, but it's just a single mushroom.
Mm.
Not a huge amount. It definitely does have a scent to it. Yes.
In regards to the illness, did they say what type of illness?
I didn't exactly ask. No. It's just what I overheard. From what I gathered, what I heard, it didn't seem like this was the first such case. They seemed ready, or unsurprised, I guess. Urgent, but unsurprised.
Do you think it's worth checking out?
I mean, there's. It's curious, but I don't see how it has anything to do with what it is that we are looking for. If I had anything else to go off of, or if you had anything else, I would probably say no, but if it is truly the only odd thing going on around here, then perhaps it is worth checking into.
Oh, I also found out that not very many people in town can read. Of the locals, I mean.
Hmm.
So the bookshop owner had a few regulars, but I didn't really push him to divulge who they were. It just seems like if somebody knows a lot about demons or is, well, like, intelligent, I guess, I would assume this person you're looking for is.
I would say at least literate, probably. Yes. I can't imagine someone with the knowledge that I'm looking for that I heard they had being one that is incapable of delving into tomes and texts.
Right, so, I mean, we could stake out the bookstore, but that'd be kind of weird. But it.
Mm,
Hmm?
I don't think it's that weird. You could just like read a book for a few hours.
For a few hours, a few days at a time.
One book though. Yeah, same place. Don't move.
Mm-hmm.
Heavens knows I've picked up just the one.
We could also maybe get a map or see if they have maps of the area if we're gonna go up north. Assuming that's,
Yeah, I mean, a map doesn't sound bad.
Um,
Well, what were you doing to the mushroom, Bishop?
well, I just thought it was curious that there were some people that smelled musky. You said that were in the bookshop, and I mean, I figured mushrooms can be musky, so maybe there's a connection. But
Oh, right. Maybe we could see if he'd be willing to smell it.
uh, yeah, I guess that could work. Uh, unless someone's got a better suggestion, because I'm drawing a blank.
So, what are you guys
Perhaps
doing?
perhaps
Sorry. Go ahead.
confirmations aren't necessary. Um it could be a mere coincidence. We just need to head to the northern area of this lake and see what we come upon.
You're saying
okay.
that we should go to the lake?
You guys
Oh,
are like,
perhaps investigate um area around the northern portion of the lake, yes.
Sounds good to me. I guess with that, I'll go maybe see if I can find a map.
sure. So, a map of the local area. As much as you can find, there are maps that you can see that outline the lake, that outline like the town itself and what you could find there. Uh, the area leading up to and around the mountain pass, and you can see the marsh on some of these maps that were referenced and talked about, but there are no good detailings of the marsh itself. It doesn't seem like the marsh itself has been completely mapped out. So you have like a maps that can get you to the marsh, no problem. But as far as navigating it once inside, that does not seem to be mapped.
That's as good as it gets. I'll take it.
All right. 2 silver for the map that you got.
Okay.
I mean, oh, it's good
2
that you got the
silver.
map. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just broke.
Oh, here. I just give her like 10 gold.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, Chez, you can be like anybody, right?
um, just about, yes, more or less.
So you would be perfect for like staking out the bookstore because you could just go in as different people.
I could, yes.
Well,
What are we looking for around this bookstore?
your person that you're looking for.
You
I mean,
You
assuming
have
it
reason
isn't
to
you
believe
again.
that they are. I can assure you that it is not. You have reason to believe that they would be coming back. I mean, I could.
Oh, I
Um,
mean, if they aren't from here and they were just passing through, then probably not, you know.
well, I mean, you're the one that had the conversation with the shopkeep. If it seems like there's reason to believe that they would return, these strange individuals, then
Oh,
yes,
no, they wouldn't return. I mean, are they the ones that you're looking for, though? I mean, I figured we'd
I
go
have
to the
no.
north.
I was not there. I don't know. You said that the shopkeep spoke of individuals that were strange and speaking of demons and the like. That perhaps they could be the one I was looking for. It's as much a lead as anything. It sounds like the kind of person that I'm looking for. But
Huh.
you
Then we
say-
should get a description of the person, maybe from the bookkeeper.
Well, it was 2 people. It was a couple.
An old couple or a young couple?
They just smelled musky. That's all.
Oh, have them smell the mushroom.
have him smell the mushroom. Go in. Tell me about this couple. Smell my mushroom.
Oh my god.
You know, I think this is a rather strange request that we're having them do, but I mean, I'm drawing blanks on what to do as well, so
No,
might
it's
as
fine.
well.
You guys are professional detectives. I'm proud of you.
So,
Can we go back to the bookstore?
Yeah, can we make him sniff the mushroom?
Sure,
No, we just
absolutely.
Need to get a description. That too, though.
Had
What
that.
did they look like?
What do they look like? What does it? Did they smell like
What
this?
did they
Smell
smell
of this.
like?
Did they
Smell of
just
this.
shove the mushroom in? Now, sir, I'm gonna need you to smell this right quick.
Have you smelled this smell before, sir?
Does this smell any
Smelly?
sort of
Smelly.
smelly?
Smell. The smelly smell. The
That
smelly
smells.
smell that
smells.
smells.
Smelly.
Smelly. All right, back to the bookstore. All 6 of you go.
Like we enter aggressively too.
Okay, gotcha. The doors.
No.
I, c- I
Oh,
cast
ah,
thaumaturgy
oh.
to open the door.
Open that. Burst open the doors. Cast thaumaturgy. All the windows fly open too.
Smell this mushroom.
The light pours in, basking, glowing from behind, as Bishop holds up the mushroom in front of.
I borrow the cape of billowing. Look of
I borrow the
billowing.
I borrow the
There you
cape
go.
of billowing.
I let him borrow.
Okay.
Smell this mushroom.
Make a persuasion check.
What?
Whoa! Oh!
No.
What if I don't want to smell the
Uh,
mushroom?
Okay. Well, if we haven't
Or no, make an intimidation check actually.
an intimidation check. Okay.
Alright. Don't
Where's
fuck it
my-
up.
You just
Where's my-
burst into this guy's shop and demanded he smell this mushroom.
We didn't even like make conversation. It was
No, just
smell the mushroom.
All right. Where's my intimidation? There we go.
Intimidation. Oh,
All right, that's pretty
my
good. That's pretty good. Why do we always roll high for
I mean,
dumb
you're-
shit?
No, you always roll.
I
one
can't
when it's
wait
time
to see
hit,
you
but,
miss in
like,
combat.
No, no.
Oh, that's pretty
Go
good.
for combat
Ah!
in one or
Oh.
two.
Oh no.
The elder bookkeep goes over and I mean I don't want any trouble. Just okay. Yep, that's a mushroom. Yep. Might I ask why you have me do this?
Well, you see, bookkeep, sir, I hear from my friends here that you had some strange couple that smelled musky, and I was wondering if they smelled like this mushroom.
He looks over your shoulder, sees, oh yes, you three. I remember you. So these are your friends then. I mean, didn't think to catalog away the scent of those strangers, but I guess there's a similarity there. Yes.
But try to remember. Try to remember if it does. If it's the same smell. Flaps the cloak of billowing.
He leans in for another. Yes, very similar, if not the same. I would say, very similar.
Slams my hand on the desk. What do they look like?
I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardian.
What?
What the fuck is going on?
What's happening, bro? No, why are we killing the shopkeeper?
No, can I cast Fireball? I'm sick of this guy.
What?
Crazy. Were
Yo,
they an
this-
old couple or a young couple? I need to know.
This cleric's going to jail, bro.
I'm going to do minor illusion and make sounds of shotguns. Answer the question.
Shotguns don't even exist.
Sounds.
Like
What is
the
that
shotgun
noise?
I think.
I don't understand.
This poor shop.
Should Stephanie just be like mouthing an apology, like I'm sorry?
I don't know if that's helping or not.
Ezekiel looks scared too.
As he casts fireball.
I'm just slowly shrinking away.
I'm just pointing
Slowly
my
backing
loot
out.
up in the air.
Not an older couple. No, I would say maybe, if anything, younger than me for sure. Maybe early, mid-30s. They seemed well-traveled. They came in together. They definitely had.
Human?
Sorry.
Human?
Yes, human. Both gentlemen, and they. I couldn't tell. They had a strangeness to their accent. I couldn't quite place it. But they came in. They asked, as I told your friends, for books on demons and the like, and when I told them what I told your friends, that I did not carry such information, such knowledge, they went and left. They were a bit more aggressive than your friends, a tad less aggressive than you.
Is sorry that I lost my thought there. Sorry, by the way, I didn't mean to hit your desk. Pat the desk now.
Just pat the desk.
Um,
Oh, okay.
did they mention where they were going, or is there anyone in this area that may be more familiar with demons off the top of your head?
don't I don't know. It's a trading town. It's we deal a lot in, well, you know, just fishing and sending stuff up and down the river. Is not You're not going to find any
You trade with the river that
scholars.
goes north?
Uh, we are generally the most north point. Some
Oh,
stuff comes from the farmsteads up north, yes, but beyond that is the mountains, and we don't exactly travel through those on river.
um,
So most of
what
our
about the
goods go.
marshlands?
The marshlands are has they are quite a dangerous place. N- There's without there's no doubt that the occasional venture, adventure, or bold soul will go in and come back with some valuable goods, but it's not a place that is normally cultivated. I personally don't have much on knowledge of the area beyond some of the books that I have purchased on it. One of which I believe one of your friends bought from me earlier.
Uh, I think I didn't mean to cut you off. You mentioned that the trading route was what, through the mountains?
Not on the river. No, the river flows from the mountain down towards Silverlake here. So most of our trade goes downriver. Some of it comes up to Silverlake, yes, but beyond here, goods travel via horse and cart through the pass. We don't send the goods further north than this on the river. 'Cause you can't exactly take a boat up a mountain.
Not yet.
Okay.
I turn around and look at everyone. I got nothing else.
Uh, Side note, so I forgot to ask this while I was in here because I was so enamored with the books. I kind of forgot to ask about the books themselves. Do you have like a book on like epic tales, just to like a long one for the road?
Hmm. I think that I have a few. Yes, depends on, well, your proclivity for works of fiction.
All right. Well, what are the choices then?
Well, I could point you in the direction where we have this selection, and you could browse for yourself.
All right. And then also, do you hold books that um like tell of different uh spirits, beverages, alcohol?
If I have something along those lines, yes. Did have a gentleman a couple years back who was very fond of brewing ale and the like for himself. I think he might have traded one of his uh, what do you call it? What would you say? Recipe books, something like that, in exchange.
I
I'll have to dig
believe
it up
so.
though. I'll have to dig it up, but yes, I think I have something along those lines.
All right. And then the last thing is, do you have any board games or just like general like card games to play with?
That's not so much dealing books here.
Okay. I guess I should hit up the general store down the road. I'm gonna whisper to myself.
All right. So now that Ezekiel is done advancing the plot, what else are you guys doing?
Absolutely.
The Dollar
I
Tree.
have
You're
a
welcome.
question.
You're welcome.
I have a question, Mr. Storekeeper.
Yes.
Melody smirks and asks, "So, why did the mushroom join our party to begin with? Do you want to know why?"
I sure. Yes.
Because he's a fungi!
That's very funny.
All right, and with that, we'll pick up here next week.
I'm fucking done. We're ending 30 minutes early. Thanks a lot, Con.
Oh no, I can explain.
The DM has tapped
I
out.
can't wait to fight mushroom people.
You just vicious mockery, the DM. I think it was a crit hit. Not gonna lie.
Nat 20, fuck yeah. You're a cunt.
It's not even an attack roll.
It was on you.
Apparently. All right.
Um, I just wanted to say thank you for, all of your help. You've been very, very helpful. And this is for you. I'm gonna give him 2 gold.
For what exact? I mean, not going to say no. Yes, thank you very much, young lady.
Now, about those books.
Mm-hmm.
Could you put me in the direction of them?
Okay. You find what's up?
I was going to say, if we've gotten our confirmation, we could proceed, as we said before.
All right. So if you guys are done here, that's going to be a gold and a half from you, Ezekiel. So 1 gold, 5 silver. You guys head out with more knowledge than you went in with.
But
It doesn't feel that way.
The shopkeep can buy a new pair of pants.
Yep, you certainly can.
We made him shit himself. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Did
bro,
we?
y-
I didn't think
we
it was
came
that
in
bad.
with thaumaturgy.
It was a bit, I suppose I'm kind of used to you guys, but I could see where he would, he's an older gentleman. You have to be a little more gentle with people sometimes.
I
But I
feel
mean, it
like
was effective, so you know.
I was gentle.
Yes, you even apologized to the desk. That was really kind of you.
I was scared for his well-being. He looked as faint as a ghost.
Am I scary?
I would agree.
Are you trying to die, Ezekiel?
You have your moments, but you know, I
I
know
walk up to
because
Ezekiel.
Uh, hey,
You were saying, you know? What do you know?
you are well natured and like you're very caring. It's just sometimes, most times, it's a bit intense.
Most times?
Oh no,
It's
he's
a bit intense.
choking, and I
Sit by
run
your
up and
head,
like
boy.
pat him on the back really hard.
Come on here,
Oh,
Ezekiel.
oh.
I'm gonna teach you a little something about how you talk to women. You can't die when you're pregnant.
No.
Get some sense,
I,
boy. You're gonna die.
I punch Ezekiel in the noggin. Why would
Oh
you
my
say
god,
that?
that's
Can I do
Do
an
I have
attack
my
roll?
shield on me?
Do you have your shield on you?
Yes.
I don't think you're actively trying to fend off attacks right now.
No, I'm scared of
Can,
Frederica.
can I roll an
Oh,
Well,
unarmed
you
you
better
attack?
start.
Oh, okay, so Frederica comes up to you and Ezekiel pulls out his shield and starts to hide behind it.
Yeah, I'm
Go
like,
ahead and make your attack roll, Melody. So this is just gonna
I'm
be
gonna warding flare
D20
that.
plus your strength, no proficiency.
I'm gonna warding flare that.
I did a
Yeah, we'll
natural
see.
crit plus 3 for to hit.
Natural
I'm
crit
gonna
plus
warding
3.
flare that.
Sorry, no
What?
PvP, Ezekiel. So
Got him.
What
You're
are these
right.
one crits for you with
You're right.
unarmed attacks?
Oh man, I almost forgot the major rule.
yeah, sorry.
No
Out of
PvP.
combat, these crits. A nat 20. Wow.
Okay, so warding flare
it's
is
natural
coming
20.
through.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and
Wow.
go ahead and roll again with disadvantage now, Melody.
This is crazy, bro. What a
If she
I rolled
rolls
18
too high,
to hit.
You-
18?
He's afraid of the wrong
Okay, so
person.
it's
Get
that
wrecked.
still hits. Dude.
mm-hmm. All right, so that's 1 plus your strength modifier damage. So
One.
Ooh.
2,
Oh, one.
It's just
One.
one.
just 1.
That's crazy.
You take a
You
single
already
point of
flared
damage.
a one HP hit.
Yep, good job.
Good job.
So,
I
in
really
the middle
hope you
of
don't need
the
that
right
later.
outside this bookshop here, this brilliant flash of blinding light.
Get away!
Rah! Bonk.
Bonk.
Bop.
That's not how you talk to women.
Oh.
Now go apologize to our barbarian.
Chez takes a step back.
I'm gonna look at Chaz with a very like understanding look. I'm sorry, Frederica. I meant what I said, but I shouldn't have said
I just face palm in the background. Oh boy, you better
I
stop
should
praying
have
to
had
hell.
more delicate words.
Can I pick him up, please?
Oh,
Yeah, easily. Easily, sure.
Easily.
Easily.
this is improving. This proving my point.
Proving what? I didn't even hurt you. I wasn't even the one who hurt
Protect
you.
me, help,
And
protect me,
you're
help, protect me,
trembling.
help, protect me, help, protect me, help, protect me.
What are you picking him up for? What are you gonna do? You about to suplex him? What's going on?
Shaking him.
I'm not scared.
Shaking him.
Don't shake the baby.
That's terrible.
She's gonna start shaking me. I'm not scary, am I?
This is holding you by the collar of your shirt, lifting you off the ground. Tell me I'm ladylike.
You're gorgeous. You're stunning. Put
Yeah,
me
no,
down.
Frederica.
I'm satisfied.
You're a bit masculine.
And
Just a dummy mommy, that's what it is.
And
Just like
And-
all your characters, it seems.
your point being.
Okay, I'll drop you. I'll drop you.
Ezekiel's shaking when he gets put down. He gets put
No,
down.
you
like
don't. You don't get put down. You get dropped. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
happens. Yeah, you get dropped.
I get dropped and I look like a a scared puppy.
Oh look, everyone's in this drawer here. Ooh. What were you guys hiding
Oh
in that?
no, everyone disappeared.
And, all right.
Why are there
Make
two
sure
of
they duck
us?
that 1 HP from Ezekiel.
Yep, definitely. Go ahead. That it's true. It happened. Mark off 1 HP, Ezekiel.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Oh man!
I
I
really
already did
hope.
it on.
I hope it matters.
Oh,
I
dude,
hope it
I
matters.
already did.
I kind of hope to be honest. This is gonna be funny as fuck. Oh man.
All right. So, it seems we're drawing a bit of attention to ourselves. Maybe we should walk and talk.
Yep.
So, as you guys are walking, so what is it that we think is the way forward? Everything that we have brought up, from the strangers in the bookshop to that weird mushroom that you seem is important, to what I had overheard, leads us to the north of the town. Either that farmstead where those are falling ill, or to the marshlands beyond, according to your map.
That's right, not Chez. I mean, do you have a name? I mean, I guess you could just. I could name you. Do you want me to give you a name? I could do that.
I, that is not necessary.
Cheese.
I mean, you've said
Please, what?
you've gone by so many different names that, you don't know who you are. I mean, I'm sure there is a you, but
Well, I'm aware of my name, at least. It is just a strange uh, thing. I think more when I encounter something, less on what my personal feelings are, and more how the various guises and characters that I've played would think of, interact with such things in the moment. So it's hard to say what my own personal opinion is, if there even is one, you know. I don't think I can explain it to you.
you've explained it. I think I understand. It's like when I'm reading a book and I try to imagine what that character might feel like in different situations.
Let's see. Yes, something like that for
But,
sure.
you're living it, so that's different. But I wasn't trying to ask for your personality. I was like a name. I mean, because obviously you're not Chez, right? So, not
No,
Chez needs. I mean, I can keep calling you not Chez. That's fine with me.
this is
Cheese.
my name is Cabell.
Not cheese.
No, not cheese.
Do you prefer being called Cabell or Chess? Would it be dangerous to use your real name?
It would be strange, I would say, at the very least. And I think I would prefer.
Bell.
I think I would prefer Chez. Especially if one of my old colleagues were to catch wind of that name. I did not leave them on the most amicable of terms. So there was another reason why I do not use this face often.
Fair enough. I believe I can continue to call you Chez as long as you can finally answer what you thought of that drink earlier.
He pauses for a moment and gives it thought. You know, I don't think it was for me.
Oh,
Understandable.
Shucks.
I mean, I wouldn't drink it again either, but
I guess the only thing that slaps is melody.
don't hit the Bloodlands. Ha ha ha
That's funny because Bishop said it.
It's funny because it's true.
Personally, I think you want with the Jets.
Why are you going like straight for crits? It's crazy, bro. Like I
The worst out of combat crits ever.
Always when you're abusing someone.
yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Dude, explain.
I had to flash a light in your eyes and you still hit me.
Call it divine retribution.
Yeah, I guess
Oh
so.
my gosh. True.
All for calling Frederica mean just because she was being mean.
It was just you're
I
scary
was not being
sometimes.
Called it, called her scary.
I called her
Scary just because
intimidating.
she was
And then she picked
running
me up and threw me on the floor. And
I did not throw you. I dropped you.
dropped you. That's the
Oh,
difference.
okay.
Yeah,
There is a
Sorry.
there you
difference.
go.
I did not
There's a
apply
difference.
force.
I
Trust
applied
me, I would've
gravity.
felt that.
Yeah, she just let you fall
Yeah.
vertically. That's all.
That's it.
Fall.
Think of it as a trust test.
A trust test.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
no
you
one to
trust
catch me though.
Damn. Sucks.
That sucks for you, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys make your way out of Silverlake, heading back along the northern road. A little bit after noon. Within a couple hours, you begin to see this tributary, this smaller river feeding into the larger one that you had been walking alongside that leads back towards Silver Lake. And where this tributary feeds into the river, you can see a number of houses and farms and the like. You're walking past long, tall stalks of wheat and other grains, and just a large farmland on this, on the bank of this river, along the floodplains. You can see hitched outside of one of the homes, there are a few horses and a carriage as well. Horses seem quite nice, and you see coming back to one of the carts, it looks like it has quite a number of supplies. You can see the ones that are gathering the supplies and moving in are dressed in robes and seem to have some kind of protective gloves and equipment on. They seem like types that you would see in an infirmary. This must be the ones that Chez had been talking about earlier. They head back into the home, presumably to treat the illness that you had heard about. Not sure exactly if it would behoove us to barge in to one's home while they are getting medical treatment. Perhaps that is not the play here, but what say you?
Well, if we believe it to be necessary, I could try to assist.
Or they can let us in by just a little persuasion.
We could
Well,
not.
yes. Right. A simple knock might be all that's necessary.
Well, apparently I'm intimidating, so that should be somebody else.
Oh, 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 me, me.
Well, well, if there's an illness, maybe we want to not go inside and
Mayhaps a
perhaps
conversation at the door.
or outside.
Excellent choice, sister. Smart thinking you are.
So you wait till they return outside, one of them at least. So you guys wait outside. About 10 minutes later, one of the physicians comes out and stops at the top of the steps leading down and sees you. Takes the cloth covering down off of her face and who exactly are you? What are you doing here? This is
Well, we are passing through. We didn't want to disturb your work or intrude, but we were wondering what kind of illness this is. We heard about it in the town.
and your first thought after hearing of an illness is to go rushing towards it. Not sure exactly what the cause of it is, but it seems like a pretty intense stomach virus. Those afflicted here, it seems to be spreading around this area. This is
Oh,
the fourth such case we've had over the past couple of weeks. It's cropped up fairly recent.
um, I'm gonna nudge Frederica. Did you read about it's would that cause your mushroom? Would that cause this? I kind of say to her quietly.
Are you muted, Max? What's going on?
Are you good?
Yo, can we put that music? Can we put that whole music?
I think I hear her wheezing. Yeah, like all I'm hearing is
I'm
quiet
so
little.
sorry.
Grow up.
Never.
I'm sorry. I also remember. I think vomiting was one of them, and then I don't know the other one. I forgot.
You read this book like 30 minutes ago.
I don't remember. I was just looking at the pictures.
They had little diagram and everything.
I like graphs.
Oh.
Illustrations make brain happy.
And we still have the book, okay? It's not a lost cause. I'll tell them about the
I
book.
did-
That's it. I'll reread
It
it.
wasn't consumed upon reading.
Surprising.
Alright. So you pull out the book and you flip to the page that had the fungi in it.
Fungi
Mhm.
party.
Yo, no,
Yeah.
no.
Just draw a little smiley face on
Be
the
quiet.
mushroom.
Thank you. Thank you. Deserved.
Hmm. Are you? What are you doing?
Are you showing the class or
No, well, the class didn't ask me. Persephone asked me. Doing Persephone. It doesn't have to. I'm just gonna whip out the book.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, don't keep us in suspense.
I'm literally choking off screen. Sorry. Like I'm coughing. Okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, what do I read? I read the what? It's
Let's see.
the shroom.
Are you sharing it with the physician, or are you just sharing it with Persephone? What is Persephone doing with
I
this
would
information that
want
she had just
to
requested?
share it with the physician to see if this might be a cause.
Okay. It certainly seems like some of the symptoms are similar, although the intensity described in this book here doesn't match up to what I've been seeing in there. Those people are incapable of holding down even water. Nobody's died from it yet, but it seems to be getting worse before it gets better. Well, haven't seen anyone get better from it yet.
Um, when did the first people fall ill?
It was, I would say, 3 weeks ago was when we got the first call out here.
Okay, and because I'm a terrible player out of character, does that line up with the rest of, like, everything of these two travelers that we're passing through?
The travelers that, from what the book keeps saying, I think that's the only timeline you got specifically was about a week and a half ago.
Okay, so it could be them, but maybe not. Who knows?
Definitely possible.
There's nothing
Okay.
in the book that indicates anything towards like what to do if ingested.
um, not so much. Nothing beyond purge.
Symptoms. Mm.
The symptoms are similar to what these people are experiencing, although according to the physician, what they're experiencing is more intense than what the book describes. So it does seem to be something in like a similar vein, stomach problems and the like. But what these people are falling ill with is more intense than the description given in the book.
Um, could we ask, or have you had a chance to maybe ask them what they've ingested, whether it's like water from the river or mushrooms?
um, None of them have mentioned mushrooms, no. But the river, the tributary, is where they would get their water from. Yes, no exceptional changes in diet, however.
um, hmm.
I mean, what if the effects are enhanced when introduced to a particular environment or something of the like?
Hmm. Why the talk of mushrooms and bringing this mushroom? What are these mushrooms that you're talking about? I've not seen these mushrooms before. Do you know something about what is going on here?
maybe not. It was just we were looking for some information, and it happened that there were travelers that passed through that traded these a bushel of mushrooms, and I think we have one somewhere. Do we not? But they're well, as my sister pointed out, they're poisonous if you eat them raw, but not quite as intensely as what people are experiencing. But maybe it's more potent for some reason. And the timeline is possible. Like, they could have passed through here first.
Passed through here. From where? What?
Well, the
The
mushrooms grow in the
mushrooms?
north. Not the mushrooms, the travelers carrying the mushrooms. Try to keep up.
Well, where do these mushrooms come from? You've not
The
mentioned
north,
that.
in the marsh.
In the marsh.
Yeah, in the marshlands. Maybe,
Okay.
I don't know, something weird's going on there. I don't know. We're just speculating too, but. Oh, hello?
Hmm.
Does this check with anything that you found?
I mean, the only connection this place has to the marshland, that's still a while away, but this stream here that flows into the greater river down towards Silverlake, this originates in the marshlands.
Perhaps we should follow it then.
I think that's a good idea.
Well, if you come across anything that give us any insight into what is afflicting these people, please let us know.
Well, would a sample of the mushroom maybe help?
I'll take a bit of it, and I guess I'll go back and ask all the patients we've had if they've encountered.
How long have they been ill for? Like just consistently, consecutively, a week, 2 weeks, less.
The yes, the first ones we got were the first call we got was about 2-3 weeks ago, and they've not recovered. If anything, they've gotten worse. We've stopped. Tried everything. We've induced vomiting. We've tried medicines. We've kept their diet strictly to water only, and nothing seems to be working. Nothing seems to be working.
To be able to not give him water and maybe give him something else in place of it, at least for a day, to see if affects anything.
And what would you recommend in place of water?
Think about fruits and how you can squeeze them. You get juice.
I suppose we could. I'll have to do research into that and try. They already have difficult enough keeping anything down. I'd be surprised if they were able to keep down juices. But at this point, we have to try something different. Might actually try to keep them off of anything for a while, but that is
Maybe a
something for us physicians to discuss.
tea or something, or a broth of some sort. Or, I mean, do you have any idea, Ezekiel? I turn and look at him.
No, if it were to be in the water, then you might be onto something with boiling the water, because the tea would, if it's some sort of bacteria or something like that, it would uh, fix that problem. But I don't particularly know what else we could do for them. I'm not by any means a physician that is certified or a doctor.
I think we shall try the tea then. If the problem does in fact lie in the water, But these people have drank from this water has been fine for them for years. Why would it suddenly? Hmm. I'm going to go consult with my colleagues. I think this is something that is worth looking into. If you're heading into the marshes, best of luck. Be careful.
Thank you, and good luck. I hope the patients recover.
She nods and heads back into the house. So, what are you guys doing?
Following that stream.
Okay, you follow tributary. It breaks off from the river that flows north south, and it's in a more westerly direction. You follow the map, follow the stream up until the stream, that tributary, that the smaller river splits into smaller rivers, yet the ground beneath your boots begins to get soft and porous, and you begin to enter a more swampy, marshy terrain. Large puddles become small ponds. The water begins to squelch and soak and seep into your boots and socks.
Hmm.
And what exactly are we looking for here? Keep an eye out for these mushrooms. But even if we do find them, then what?
Um, well, a lot has changed since these rifts started opening, and who knows, maybe something. Well, maybe it's not related to the rifts. Maybe there's something else that's changed here that's, polluting the water or changing the composition of the mushrooms. Anything could be possible, really.
Do we think that those the individuals that bartered with mushrooms, the ones who met with the bookkeep, are one and the same? And beyond that, could they be the ones that I am looking for, too?
It's possible. I mean, we can't say for sure, but yeah, that's the thought is they obviously spent time here because they left with bushels to trade and they had no money, so
It is strange. Probably means that if they were in a place with no money, a place where they could gather that many, means they are familiar with this. We've been told multiple times that this place is dangerous. So perhaps they've been here for a while. But why? Why here? It's not my first choice for a place to settle down. That's for sure.
Maybe that's why they picked it. It's removed. Nobody wants to come here. The perfect place to keep to yourself. Maybe do something that's involving demonic.
You're not wrong. I did not think that the ones I was looking for were involved in that way. I was just hoping to find someone knowledgeable on the subject.
well, we've been warned multiple times by different people that it's dangerous here, but none of them have really said what's dangerous. Maybe the people we're looking for are what makes this place dangerous.
Perhaps, but either way, should keep our eyes open.
Oh, absolutely.
With that, could somebody who's leading the way?
I can.
This is your, Frederica. Excellent.
Why?
Go ahead and make a perception check, please.
Ow.
You're so good at it.
She's great.
Yeah.
Where the card?
You're
And
a
scary.
beast. Ooh.
Ooh.
See?
18.
great.
All right. So as you guys are wading through the marshland, the water at no point in time lower than your ankles. At other points, there are definitely areas where the water gets deeper, but you can see in places where the tree coverage is broken and the sunlight is able to make its way down to the swampy, marshy earth, you start to see these large reptilian creatures hanging out at the edge of these swampy lakes, ponds. Uh, Crocodiles of various sizes in the distance.
Oh.
Most of them you can see just sunning themselves. Occasionally, a loud splash you'll hear from a nearby pond of water, and you'll look over towards it just in time to see the remnants of the splash dying down alongside a large reptilian scaly tail. You walk within maybe 40, 50 feet of quite a few of these as you're making your way into the marsh. Some of them turn their heads enough to pay attention to you, but a lot of them just go about their business, not minding you.
Nice. All right. Good sign. Good sign. They're just regular.
Yeah, regular crocodiles. It
I'm
looks, as
glad
far
we
as you
stopped
know, as
Oh
far
my
as
gosh.
you know.
Okay.
I don't know if how familiar Frederica is with crocodiles. She is the
Um,
type that would probably wrestle them, but
Not out of nowhere. We're gonna avoid them for
Fred
now.
catching things. Okay, you don't want to go in Florida man.
Oh.
Okay, sounds good. Up to you.
Oh my god.
It's actually a crocodile,
You
so it'd
get
be more like
attacked.
Australia, man. But
Fred Irwin.
yeah, they're not Fred Irwin. They're not gators, you know. Anyways, continuing on. The deeper you get into this marshy swampland, the more the tree coverage restricts the light coming down from the sun. The tangled mass of the treetops go together as you head deeper into the marsh. The humidity begins to rise, the air gets sticky, and that musky smell as you start to see on occasion a few of these fungal growths at the base of some of these swamp trees. Some of them look similar, familiar to the ones that you have. Others look different. A variety of different plant and fungal life here. Leading the way and had such a decent role. You can see washed up along one of the edge of these large ponds or swamp lakes what seems to be a corpse.
Oh, yuck. We're
Mhm.
swimming in not swimming. but-
Humanoid.
Oh. Could I use my magic awareness just in case, please?
Your magic awareness to what now?
To the corpse. anything magical about them aside from being dead?
Nothing seems magical. What's your magical awareness? What are you talking about? Is this
It's
a thing? Or you just-
basically detect magic, but wild
Barbarian.
magic barbarians can do it like, I don't know, efficiency number times a day or something.
Okay. Magical awareness. What exactly this does, but my stuff is not working well.
Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover.
Okay. No spell or magical anything. Okay, lingering magic. That's what. Okay, got it. So, nothing magical about the corpse here. Looking at it, it does not seem to be in any sort of rough or dismembered shape. No huge chunks taken out of it. No readily apparent wounds.
I'd approach it cautiously and I will point it out to the rest of the
Yeah.
group.
Currently, it's just. It looks bloated. It is
Oh,
washed
never
up
mind,
along the
that
sword. It is face down.
staying that way too. It's crazy. Just that one singular corpse, huh?
Yep.
So are we in water or are we just walking?
You're walking.
I know
the
okay.
water's like I said, it's about up to your ankles or so. So it's not like
Okay.
this is like walking towards the corpse. The water starts to get deeper and it gets to like a pond or swampy lake-like area where the water would be a lot deeper. But where you guys are walking, the ground is just very squishy, very porous, and on occasion it creeps up to above your ankles.
Since she pointed it out, could I go investigate this?
You're investigating the corpse?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get up to the corpse, Persephone?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Okay.
And I'm screaming in my head, but I'm doing this. I'm going to attempt to roll the corpse over gently, carefully.
Alright. With your hand, with your foot, with your shield, with what?
my hands.
Okay.
Oh my god, no!
My gloves and stuff. I'm wearing gloves. But yeah.
I'm wearing gloves! Alright.
Um,
You go and you turn the corpse over. You see there the bloated, grisly, pale face of a woman. As you do, from the mouth, these 4 tiny spores escape from the bloated body.
Oh no. I had a feeling about spores. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Not the mushroom demons.
They float up
Whatever those are.
and hover around and linger, but don't seem plussed by your presence. They were just apparently trapped beneath the water as the corpse was face down. Some of them get carried away by the breeze and just float on the wind further into the swamp.
So, I don't know if anybody's near me, but I'll just call over them. So it's spores. I mean, there were spores. A few, but not as many as that one time.
So perhaps then it best you remove it from the water.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Ugh.
You're removing the corpse from the water.
Yeah,
Um, dead things are creatures, right?
Dead
No,
things are
they're
not creatures.
objects.
They are objects.
Ah, damn it.
To my disdain, I will also help Persephone.
All right.
so there isn't anything missing, right? It's just a corpse of a woman.
It's just a bloated corpse of a woman, yes.
Ugh.
Nothing
But
seems to
no
be missing.
crocagator bites.
Nope.
That's
Mm, it's a little weird indeed, yeah. Ah,
Definitely.
I'm compelled to cut it open to see if there's mushrooms in it, but uh, I can't say that I'm not sure I can bring myself to do it. But
knife.
I will if I need to. Oh,
And
well.
Persephone extends her hand backwards like she's some kind of mad scientist.
Oh boy, there she goes. Just try to
Cover
cover
your
your
mouth.
face. Yeah.
Oh.
So I take out a shirt and wrap it around my mouth and nose, and then.
Melody
Well-
turns away and covers Ezekiel's eyes.
Well, she's already
Mhm.
dead, so maybe her sacrifice.
desecrates the dead.
So her sacrifice won't be in vain. We can figure out what got to her. Maybe she could save other people.
How? She's dead. Unless you want to burn the body.
Well, Bishop mentioned there might be something in her abdomen. You might
Oh,
want to
inside.
stand back.
I'll be over there.
All right. Make a medicine check, Persephone. Knowing where to incise, especially with the bloat.
That's a 15.
All right.
All right, do it gently now.
Mhm.
No need to rush.
As you make the incision and begin to cut, the internal pressure leads to this release of gas and spurting abdominal liquid. You cut it open, and there's no mushrooms, but there are a few more of these spores that seem to be trapped, be incubating. You hear the rest of some of the others in the group take a few sloshing steps back away as these spores are released. These spores are different than the ones some of you have encountered before. They're larger, still tiny in their own right, but definitely larger than the very tiny ones that you had inhaled, Bishop. These you would be hard pressed to inhale. Actually, like probably the size of I say like meatballs. Let's say meatballs.
Meatballs. That is
Yeah,
huge. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. What in the hells? I I think it's best you step away now, Persephone. I think we've seen enough. I mean,
Mm-hmm. 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 This is
Mm.
fine. No, it's not. I'm.
Right. So, what are you guys doing?
uh,
Hmm. Well, it must be removed from the water. We intend to assist people probably afflicted with whatever this thing is causing them.
What is she doing here? What was she doing here?
Hmm.
Maybe the answer lies ahead?
I would think so. But I
Maybe.
think, like Azul said, should remove her from the water. If this does end up feeding into that water that they're drinking, that could very well explain why what's going on with those people is affecting them so bad. And hmm,
uh,
I mean, maybe there's something if she has pockets. I don't see a bag near her. Do I?
no,
And why did why did the the crocodiles leave her alone? Like that's did they know somehow? Why are they leaving us alone?
I mean, I would imagine the crocodiles would have a similar distaste for it as we all.
uh, nature and animals have a way of knowing these things sometimes. Things we don't comprehend.
it's also the question of how long has she been here? Normally, this kind of decay, this kind of rot and bloat would take quite some time, but maybe something about those spores speed up the process.
We've encountered spores before. They were much smaller than these ones. Um,
Have you?
yes, we
Hmm.
have. Um, outside Millgrove, there's an alchemist that lives there who has a patch of herbs, and he saw something moving, and we went to investigate, and it was, well, I guess maybe it was slimes at first, but then it was spores. The spores killed the slimes, and then we applied fire. Well, Azul applied fire.
Unfortunately, I don't see much fire sticking in this place.
Well, um, the spores were looking for hosts, homes, people to inhabit. It seems she was a host, maybe?
Well, it's looking worse and worse by the minute for any hopes of these individuals that I was looking for to be just a friendly, knowledgeable sort.
Uh, seems like it, and it's the spores. If it's as bad as what I've encountered and what we've encountered, to be some nasty business.
Well, let's get her out of the water and press on.
Agreed.
Alright. So, get her out of the water. Frederica, are you still leading the way? Or is someone else taking a point now?
I could take point.
Alright.
You insist.
As you're walking, you begin to see some of those gaseous spores that were inside of the bloated corpse, just lingering, floating on the air, bobbing up and down, just hanging, suspended in midair. Some of them even larger than what you had seen. The further you make your way into the marshlands, the more of these spores that you see. Although they don't seem bothered, they don't seem to notice you. I mean, they're spores, they're not sentient, right? Walking through the marshlands past and around a tree, you come almost within a few feet of one of them. Just a bobbing gaseous spore about the size of your head. Just lingers there. Doesn't do anything.
Or just try to move around it
Yeah.
very carefully.
Move around it. And continue. The rest of you follow. Doesn't bother any of you. Just hangs out there. You look back, you can see it's still just floating there as you guys get out of view of it. It does seem the further into this marsh you go, the larger these spores seem to get, though. As you guys follow Bishop through the marsh, in the distance, maybe about 40 feet away from you, Bishop, you see what looks like a large toadstool, surrounded by a bunch of smaller fungi. It's about the size of a bar stool or so, you know.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
I just I kind of motion to the party and point. Just try not to breathe trying to breathe like softly because I'm a little, you know, nervous about the spores.
Yeah. The air is humid, thick, but it's definitely a bit smelly. But it doesn't have the same. You don't. You guys can walk around with your mouths and faces covered, but it doesn't seem like you've suffered any adverse effects so far. It is getting darker, though, as afternoon presses on towards evening. What are you doing?
I'm walking towards the toadstool.
Okay. As you walk towards the toadstool, the moment that you step within about 30 feet of it, it emits this horrible, piercing, screeching sound.
Oh no,
That-
Mandragora.
that just continues and pierces all around you. You all watch and see as this toadstool is just screaming. It sounds like this mushroom is just screaming at you guys. As descending around you from the treetops, rising from the fog above the swamp lake surfaces, you see a few of these spores. That seem to be closing in the sound of the shrieker. And we'll pick up next time with initiative.
Wow.
The suspense.
Oh boy.
I gotta see you tomorrow.
It's
Oh gosh.
Yeah, tomorrow. Vamos.
Cute.
Down.
Well, let me know. I'm ready.
Oh shit.
Oh snap. We're for real. Oh,
We-
okay. I'm down.
Zen is. We've probably only gone through like 10% of whatever Zen act plan.
Right.
Yeah.
you guys, we're gonna get all the information. We're gonna gather it all up in like 5 minutes, and then we're gonna sit on it for 5 hours. You guys are good at let's
Journalism.
gather all the info. We're good at that, and we're terrible at actually acting on the information we've gathered. Like what?
The Bloodlands special. Yeah, we're gonna sit here with information, and you know what? Dragons piss it up. Yeah, baby.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys for showing up and playing with me. Even though you're all a bunch of children.
That's what we're fighting.
That's how we're ending it.
Yeah, if you see maybe
It takes one to know one.
it takes a child to know a
That
child.
was fun, guys.
That was epic.